On the next topic is risk management in procurement, proactive approaches to supply chain stability. And to discuss on this topic, please welcome Mr. Rutvik Dave, Head Purchase and Supply Chain, MYK Laticrit India Private Limited. Mr. Rutvik Dave is a seasoned techno-commercial professional with extensive experience across diverse sectors since 2012, including machine building, textiles and garments, commodity and specialty chemicals, pharmaceuticals, architecture and interior design, and global distribution. He has successfully managed an annual spend of approximately 1,500 crore, working closely with CXO leadership on planning, execution, monitoring and control of operations. Everyone, with a very big round of applause, please welcome Mr. Rutvik Dave on the stage.
Hello. Yeah. So as I always say, last time भी बोला था, senior is always senior. अतुल साहब ने majority चीजें मेरे को जो बोलनी थी cover कर ली है.
That's why I took the first address.
So I have more opportunity to go in a free flow rather than going in that structure. And generally, I don't understand so much about research topics and all. I am more of a practitioner. I understand most things on ground rather than doing some research. Somehow numbers don't go well in my brain. So before I start, this is the simple line I always put, that whatever I am saying over here, it's in personal capacity. There is no direct connection with whichever organization I am associated with or any college I am associated with. This is a consolidation of thoughts and readings which I have gathered over a period of time, right? Okay. So it's about risk, right? In a boardroom, when we gather and we talk, generally things come in a discussion which are looking like Greek and Latin to us, like what are the possible risks? Alien invasion, city destroyed by angry monkey god, building eaten by giant pig. I mean, we don't understand a single word what they are talking about, and we feel overwhelmed why these basic things are talking about. So I am putting it as a simplistic view, right? Before COVID, I mean, most of you are having more than a decade experience. So before COVID, generally purchase and supply chain were considered core service function. PR डाल दिया, मटेरियल कब आएगा? साहब ने पहला फोटो दिखाया था ना, तुम लोग को क्या काम है? ऑर्डर डाल देते हो, पूछते नहीं हो, प्राइस तुम्हारी हमेशा हायर होती है, यू डोंट गेट मटेरियल, बिजली एक ही जगह 10 बार कड़कती है, तेरे कोई सारे प्रॉब्लम क्यों आते हैं, बाकी किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम क्यों नहीं आता है? When some event which creates a paradigm shift, that's COVID, चाइना में during Olympics production बंद कर दिया था, all of a sudden Chinese material आने बंद हो गए थे. Then there was a issue of pollution in China and all of a sudden supplies were cut. And one fine day CEO started calling supply chain heads in the cabins. Boardroom में meeting या presentation start हो गए supply chain के. So that was a paradigm shift, and that is creating now a way where we are seeing more and more supply chain leaders into boardroom, and more strategic discussions are now happening across the ground realities rather than just talking about Excel sheet and CEO's discussion about price reduction and profit building. Of course, that's our task, but realizing and learning about the ground reality is something which I am talking. So this is my matrix which I use. I tried to make it simple. I've just put in few examples. It is not comprehensive list. I'm just making it easy to digest, because there are so many kind of risks which are coming in supply chain. You don't know. ट्रक का टायर पंचर हो गया और 2 घंटे माल लेट पहुंचा और मेरा फैक्ट्री में 2 घंटे प्रोडक्शन कम हो गया, अभी इसको कहां पे आप लेके आओगे, right? So this kind of issues keep on popping. So on upper side, there are internal risk and external risk. The risk which are related to your company and your people which are there. And there are external risks which are not in your control. They are generally coming out of external environment. That can be from supplier or a government or geopolitical issue or something or other. And then based on the complexity, basic risks, intermediate risks and advanced risks. So I'm not going much into detail, but I'm saying that while we put, I mean, there are 10 type of risk popping in our situation and we check in which quadrant this should fall. Incomplete documentation is a basic or intermediate or advanced, or it is internal or external. Can we solve it? We generally call it idiot proofing because we are all surrounded by idiots in terms of basic mistakes we all do, including ourselves. People are prone to do mistakes. So if we can automate the system such a way that human-driven errors cannot come, putting validations in the system such a way that errors are being handled at that level, that risk can be eliminated. That's what I wanted to talk about this thing. Now, you people know maybe 1,000 more risks which can come in supply chain. This is a very esteemed group of supply chain leaders. So I don't want to bore you with all kind of risks which are coming in because uske upar just Google karoge ya ChatGPT mein daloge, there will be thousands of things and what can you do and what not be done, wo milega. This is what we feel while we enter into boardroom. This is what we generally get as a kappa. Once risk comes, what we get. This side is steps, which are accurate. I mean, these are 6 steps we need to take in any kind of risk assessment or risk management or risk elimination. What will happen? Identifying the risk. Ask, what could go wrong? Which panic spreads? The answer generally comes, don't worry. Our supplier promised he will give in time. How will he give? Nobody knows. The moment you go into depth, there is no answer. सर वो बोला ना 20 साल से अपने साथ काम कर रहा है, उसका प्रॉमिस आज तक कभी गलत नहीं हुआ है. Right? Assessing the risk, whether it is high, medium or low, I mean basic, intermediate or intense risk. Toss a coin and put it in color coding that it is red, it is green, it is blue. Just 2 or 3 people are in room or maybe 5 people are in room, highest paid person responds, it's a high level risk. We have to act on it and then that becomes a priority. Everybody, पूरी कायनात लग जाती है वो एक रिस्क को सॉल्व करने के लिए, उसके पीछे 10 और रिस्क खड़े कर देते हैं. मेरे यहाँ कभी पैकिंग मटेरियल रिजेक्ट होता है, देयर आर इन्फॉर्मेशंस कमिंग इन, ब्लैकलिस्ट दैट सप्लायर. वो सप्लायर 20 साल से काम कर रहा है, कलर में थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हुआ है. Whether blacklisting is the solution or getting into problem that what caused that rejection is the thing. So taking it with the pinch of salt is something which we all have to understand, that top management coming out of some discussion or some bent of mind, we have to work accordingly. Mitigation planning, 27 step, fixed procurement, de-risking platform हमने बना दिया है, हर step पे वो checking होगा. Just imagine, poor chap who is working on the front line is checking 27 steps. It's a system fatigue. No human can do 27 checks at everything. You have to automate it. अगर उसको Excel में 27 checks बना के quality वाले ने दे दिया, it's a kappa. Next time onwards, whatever raw material comes, this 27 parameters to be checked. वो 27 पैरामीटर चेक करने का टाइम कितना होता है? जवाब मिला 72 घंटे लगेंगे. आपकी गाड़ी गेट पे खड़ी है, सैंपल ड्रॉ किया, 72 घंटे कौन सी गाड़ी खड़ी रहती है? Right? So can we automate it? Is something another discussion. Implementation, assign everyone responsible. जो सबका हुआ वो किसी का नहीं हुआ. Shared responsibility is nobody's responsibility. Ideally, you have to put one single person who is responsible. Top management will tell you, put everybody responsible, checks and balance लगा दो, एक डिपार्टमेंट को दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट के सामने खड़ा कर दो. खड़ा कर दोगे, प्रॉब्लम्स कम आएंगे आप सोच रहे हो, बट रोज लड़ रहे हैं, उसमें कितना प्रोडक्टिव आवर्स जा रहा है, that nobody knows. Monitoring review, set methods, proper checks, methods or metrics nobody checks. Automate it, make it idiot proof. सिस्टम में अगर एक्सपायरी डेट डाली और आपका रूल है कि एक्सपायरी डेट मिनिमम जिस दिन आ रहा है उसके बाद 6 महीने की होनी चाहिए, पुट इट इन SAP or whatever ERP you are using. Poor chap who is doing the data entry, you are expecting that 15,000 salary fellow will do all these 27 checks and perform it well. और उसको अगली बार मेमो देते हो कि तूने ठीक से चेक नहीं किया, 6 महीने की जगह 5.5 महीने का ही मुझे सेल्फ लाइफ वाला माल मिला है. That's not going to work. It has to be in system. And incident response, act surprise. टास्क फोर्स बना दिया है, स्ट्रॉन्ग वर्डेड मेल डाला है, ये सप्लायर फिर से गलती करेगा तो हम उसको बैन कर देंगे, उसको नहीं आने देंगे, दिस दैट. इट माइट वर्क. इट इज अ गिविंग पैरासीटामोल व्हेन यू फाइंड अ फीवर. Maybe it will work for 2 days. But what sir was talking, rather than behaving transactionally, if you want to improve it strategically, you have to think about why that fever is coming frequently. Whether that machine has a problem, or ink has a problem, or a paper has a problem, or what is the problem that color shade is varying every time. If you help your supplier, that supplier will help you for long period. That's what I mean to say. So this is something, is a comedy hour which happens while we attend certain meetings. I'm not saying they are wrong. I'm saying we have to understand the context. Nothing is right and wrong. Everything is contextual. So in supply chain context or de-risking context, we have to take it with the pinch of salt, analyze based on the current situation and take the decision. कई बार ऐसा होता है, ऊपर से बहुत प्रेशर आया, मेरे पास आया, I am not able to handle it, I'll push it down my junior team as it is. If I am not able to handle that pressure, what in this world my junior will be able to handle it? It's just passing the buck. ये नहीं है. Right? So किसी consultant को दिखाओ तो वो क्या देगा? He'll give these solutions, which I have spoken, right? Generally, every quadrant, basic and external है तो क्या करना, internal and intermediate है तो क्या करना. अच्छा, ये एक ही मैट्रिक्स सही मैट्रिक्स है वो भी मैं कहीं नहीं कह रहा. आई जस्ट ट्राई टू डाइसेक्ट द काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम होंगे, सारे को एक बार एड्रेस नहीं कर सकते. इफ देयर आर सो मेनी मूविंग पार्ट्स इन वन प्रॉब्लम, you will never know what exact problem is. So you have to dissect it. You need to put all parameters on paper and try to address one problem at a time. And one fine day you will know that this was the exact problem which was creating this, rather than assuming. Because generally हम 20 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है प्रोक्योरमेंट में, इतने साल से जानता हूँ ड्राइवर का ही गलती होगा. ड्राइवर ने रास्ते में खड़ा कर दिया होगा और बारिश आ गई होगी और मेरा माल बिक गया होगा. मे बी पॉसिबल है, लोडिंग के टाइम पे बारिश था, ड्राइवर ने गलती नहीं किया, हो गया है. सो पुटिंग ऑल parameters there and analyzing it, at least for 1 or 2 times when problems are coming, taking personal interest is something which I am talking about. Juniors will put the tick marks that everything is checked. Do you expect वो कापा बनाने की जो बात हो रही है जिसमें इतने 27 स्टेप डाले हैं और आप बोल रहे हो कि 1 घंटे के अंदर मेरे को कापा रिपोर्ट चाहिए, वो 27 स्टेप thoroughly चेक करता है? Is it humanly possible? Right? So this is a matrix. You will put in ChatGPT or Grok, or there are many AI tools now. They will give you solutions. But I am talking about this. Maybe it's not. Is it clearly visible or it's too small? Okay. So I am talking about the most important and pressing factor over here. That is, these are basically steps which I have given as a de-risking. I'll share the PDF file so that it is better readable, or I can send the Word file also, which can help. But where I'm coming for this thing is, the solution is only communication, communication and communication. While we are talking with vendor, while we are talking with our internal team, while we are talking with cross-functional people, generally, we directly jump on what is to be done. क्या करना है इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए? फटाफट एक काम करो, वेंडर को फोन करो, आपका ट्रक जो है ना उसमें भीगा हुआ है ना, आस्क हिम टू पुट ड्राई सैंड एंड सम सॉडस्ट, उसको झाड़ू मार दे और नीचे आ जाए, ड्राई हो जाएगा, उसके बाद गाड़ी भर दे, वो भीगी हुई गाड़ी सूख जाएगी. इफ यू आर पुटिंग समथिंग विच इज नॉट ससेप्टेबल टू वाटर, वहाँ टार्पोलिन बिछा के कर देना भी सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है. तो rather than giving solution, can you tell a person why it is to be done? What is the reason that that thing has to happen? What will be the positive or negative consequences of doing it? And in general, in my experience, I might be wrong, giving more information to your stakeholders generally don't negatively impact you unless you are in middle of negotiation. During middle of negotiation, you need to be little cautious about what to tell, what not to tell, at what stage you need to tell. बाकी सिचुएशन में अगर रियलिटी बताते हो कि भाई देख मेरे यहाँ पे 10 दिन का स्टॉक है, 11वां दिन मेरे यहाँ प्लांट बंद हो जाएगा, सो आई वॉन्ट यू टू हेल्प मी विद दिस. उसको फ़ोन करके बोलोगे मैंने 10 दिन लिया है और मेरे पास सिर्फ 3 दिन का स्टॉक है. That poor fellow will think कुछ भी कर लूँ 3 दिन में मैं नहीं देने वाला, 3 दिन के बाद फेल होने से बेटर है मैं आज ही मना कर देता हूँ, ये माल नहीं मिलेगा, जो गाली खानी है मैं आज खा लेता हूँ. Right? So the communication, first tell, then explain, and then involve in the solution process. So whenever conflict arises, and if you take somebody in your side that this is a problem, I want a solution, I want your, just one more minute. Yeah. I want your input in this. You help me out. And then problem becomes a solution in no time because they feel it is their problem as well and they will put their best effort to solve that problem along with you. मेरा स्टोर वाला मुझे बोलता है कि मेरा मटेरियल स्टॉक आउट हो गया, मैं बोलता हूँ यार ये मटेरियल तो मिलता ही नहीं है, व्हाट अदर मटेरियल वी कैन यूज़. फिर वो ढूंढ के लाता है कि एक एक्सपायर्ड मटेरियल मेरे पास पड़ा हुआ है बट उसको रिवैलिडेशन करने के लिए R&D को या QC को पूछ के देखते हैं, अगर मटेरियल अभी भी अच्छा है तो प्रोडक्शन चल जाएगा. वो एक्सपायर्ड मटेरियल पड़ा हुआ है जो रिजर्व स्टॉक में, अनयूजेबल स्टॉक में, मैं आसमान पाताल एक कर दूं, मुझे इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मिलने वाली. So he is a part of the solutioning rather than just a problem, right? So I'll send this. So that was about, risk and communication. So ultimately it boiled down to a communication. Before I conclude, I just want to tell two things. I recently gone into some conference and they suggested me few books on our purchasing principle, and after reading it, my life changed. So I'll tell those three book names. Most of you might have read that. One is Getting to Yes. It's a Bible for negotiation since ages. We all are using it. However, that is talking about only one approach about negotiation, which is a rational side of human being. Exactly 180-degree opposite book is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, who was the FBI negotiator. FBI का होस्टेड नेगोशिएशन है, आप ये कह सकते हो कि 30 लोग हैं, 2 को रख ले और 28 मुझे दे दे. Will that negotiation be successful negotiation or failure negotiation? So it is 100% coming or it is failing. That's the alternate approach which is talking about the response or reflex side of a person while taking a decision. And the third book, which is combining these two, is called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. He was a economist, rather behavioral economist. He has done entire life research about how people take decision. And डर में लोग डिसीजन कैसे लेते हैं, खुशी में डिसीजन कैसे लेते हैं, कौन से सिचुएशन में बंदा डिसीजन कैसे लेता है. So it is knowing a person and its decision making pattern which will help all of us in purchase, because it is more of now people management than a system, because system में AI ने सब कुछ ले लिया है. You can have practically everything automated other than a people part. तो उसके लिए this will help you. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir. We would like to felicitate you. I request Mr. Atul Jain, VP and Head Procurement, Shriram Bioseed Genetics, to please come upon the stage and felicitate our speaker. Everyone, please give him a very big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I'll share this presentation with the team so you can get it from there. Yeah, book's name also I'll send after adding in presentation. Yeah.